In this video, I'm going to show you the complete beginner investing blueprint that you need to use to finally make your money work for you. This is the same foundation I used to go from transferring $300 into a brokerage account at 19, almost canceling it because I was terrified, to building over 6 figures in assets that pay me dividends or passive income while I sleep. And honestly, the system is so simple that I wish someone had just explained it to me this way from the start. Look, I know investing feels intimidating. Maybe you're thinking you don't have enough money to start, or you're worried you'll pick the wrong stock and lose everything. I literally thought the same thing. My dad told me investing was a scam. A dentist I worked for said the same thing. So I get it. But here's what I learned. Those fears kept me stuck way longer than they should have. And the truth is, investing isn't some rigged system for rich people. It's boring, it's simple, and it actually works. I'm Joyee Yang, I'm 27 years old, and I've been investing for 8 years. I got kicked out at 19, worked 3 jobs at once, and had to figure all of this out myself with zero financial background. No trust fund, no safety nets, just me trying not to mess up my money. Since then, I've been invited to tour the New York Stock Exchange. I've partnered with banks like TD, BMO, and Questrade, and thousands of people follow my investing journey on Blossom, where I show my actual portfolio, my actual dividends, everything. Investing didn't necessarily make me rich, but it did give me something better, which is control. I don't panic about money anymore, I don't feel behind, and I built that by learning how to make my money work for me instead of letting it just sit there. Whether you want to learn about investing, the stock market, or passive income strategies, I make them easy to understand for you so that you can take action for your personal growth. Let's go through, step by step, the mindset I learned from successful investors, how I started investing and how you can do it too faster than me, how I set up and automated my investing accounts, the best investing strategy that worked for me, and a bonus investing masterclass once you have completed the foundation. By the end of this, you're going to feel confident enough to actually start. Not next month, not when you have more money, today. But first, let me tell you about the moment that changed everything for me, because it wasn't some huge win or a massive payday. It was way smaller than you'd expect. And that's exactly why it mattered. If you're ready to start putting your money to work for you, hit the like button, get your notebooks ready, and please use the comment section to ask me your questions. Also, let me know in the comments, what's your #1 financial goal for 2026? I love to read them. Let's talk about the mindset you need before you invest in anything. When I started at 19, I was lucky to have found my learning materials from the real OGs such as Brandon Beavis Investing and Canadian in a T-shirt. I also met many seasoned investors who managed 7 to 8 figure portfolios from the Blossom social investing community. Here's a very simple yet powerful lesson that I learned from all of them, and it has been working for me too. Investing is 80% mindset and 20% execution. Doing more does not mean that you will receive more in return, because the fastest way to lose money as a beginner is buying something without a plan and then panicking the first time your stock goes down. The ones who don't do much, simply just buying and holding good quality assets, often end up with more growth than the ones who micromanage their portfolio. Here's the mindset shift that you need to take note of if you want to avoid unnecessary beginner mistakes. Investing is not about being right this week. Instead, you want to be consistent for years and even decades. When you invest, you are ignoring the short-term ups and downs because we are not making profits from short-term price movements. Investing is not buying and selling. You start with researching and choosing the good assets, such as a good company that will continue to grow, or an ETF, which is a basket of stocks managed by professionals. Once you decide to invest, you buy and hold strategically, and you almost never sell until you have decided to cash out for an important financial goal, such as buying a house, retiring early, or moving the money to the next investment opportunity. So I want you to write this down. Time in the market beats timing the market. Another important mindset shift is that there's no need to wait for the perfect time to start. Most beginners waste months waiting for prices to get cheaper. Meanwhile, the best investors are just consistently buying on schedule, even when the market is boring, even when the news is loud. And this is the part where I'm going to be honest with you. If you need your money next month, don't invest it. If you don't have an emergency fund yet, build the emergency fund first using a high interest savings account. Don't save up in a traditional bank account that pays you 0 interest. Anything below 2.2-ish% is considered very low, because nowadays you can easily find a reputable institution that offers 2% or higher in interest. You just need to park your cash at the right place and let the high interest savings account pay you free money. Let me sum up my final mindset rule by saying this. If you're investing money that you might need in the short term for rent, tuition, or a big bill, you're going to panic sell. That's not your fault, we're just human. So invest with a long-term vision. And before you invest, review your financial situation first because there are many different ways to put your money to work. Now let's look at how I first started investing and how you can do it faster than me. Here are the 3 steps to get yourself started in this lifelong investing journey. Step 1 is choose the right teacher. Successful investors focus on how to invest. Unsuccessful investors just search for what to invest in, looking to buy the next hot stocks and hoping to get rich quick. If you're only looking for hot stock picks, you will lose money chasing trends. So I thought this would be a great time to let you guys know that very soon I'm going to be hosting my first ever live investing masterclass, which I'm super excited for. It's completely free and I'm going to walk through everything live, setting up accounts, picking investments, answering your actual questions. It's going to be a 90-minute free session for anyone who registers with the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. When I was starting out, my go-to channel was Brandon Beavis Investing. Little did I know that a few years later, the person that I used to watch on YouTube is now one of my best friends. So if you watch my videos, don't hesitate to leave a comment or say hi to me on Instagram or Blossom. I also love to reshare whenever you guys tag me on your Instagram stories. Step 2 is develop the habit of reading or hearing about investing. The more you read and hear about investing, the faster you will get used to the terminology. Nowadays, it's free to feed yourself digital content about investing. You can follow content creators, ask ChatGPT about investing, and find valuable insights from people who are more experienced than you. If you want to make sure that you are reading content from authentic voices, there's a free learning hub that you must know called Blossom Social Investing app. This is a free app that works like Instagram and Twitter, but everything is about investing, stocks, ETFs, and crypto. Most importantly, you can follow verified profiles where investors connect their portfolios and show you their actual investments. This is basically a social media for investors who value transparency and authenticity. You can follow me and many other seasoned investors on this app, and the best part is that you can see all of our verified investing portfolios for free. And if you follow me, you will get notified every time I buy or sell my stocks, and you can get the Blossom app in the link in the description below. Step 3, set up your first tax-free investing account. From my experience of speaking with beginners, the biggest roadblock for many of them is, in fact, opening their first brokerage account and making the first deposit. Registering for an investing account feels intimidating when you are not sure which platform is safe, not sure what documents you need, or where to get technical support from. My personal tip is to choose the most popular investing app that you know. If you don't feel like you can find reviews, articles, or videos about the app, you should avoid it. You can also check if a broker is CDIC, FDIC, or SIPC insured. Most established brokers and financial institutions that you can trust have one of these insurances mentioned on their website so that your money is protected in case of a financial crisis. I also have a few trusted brokers that I personally use in the description below. If you don't know how to choose, you can use my recommended links to get started with the most beginner-friendly options and additional sign-up bonuses such as cash rewards and free stocks. The key is to get your hands on your investing app and feel a sense of ownership to stay committed to your financial goals. When you register, please be sure to open a tax-free savings account known as a TFSA. This is the very first account that beginners should be using for investing. I have made a very detailed video to explain the benefits of using a TFSA, so comment TFSA if you want me to send the link to you. I will also cover the types of investing accounts in my upcoming live webinar. How I funded and automated my investing account. Now that you have your mindset right and your account open, you need to set yourself up for the most crucial aspect of investing: consistency. There are 2 crucial milestones in my investing journey that took me from the 19-year-old Joyee to me having 6 figures invested and no longer exchanging my time for money. And that's creating a dedicated income source for investing and automating the process so I couldn't self-sabotage. When I was working those part-time jobs, I didn't just view that money as cash that I can spend. I set a personal rule. A specific portion of every single paycheck went straight into my investing account before I even touched it for bubble tea or clothes. I treated my future self like a bill that had to be paid. Just like you pay your rent and your phone bill, you need to pay your investment accounts. But relying on willpower to move that money every month is a trap. You will forget or you will find an excuse to spend the money. So I automated it. On the day after payday, I set up an automatic transfer from my checking account to my TFSA. Whether it was $500 at first or $500 later, that money moved automatically. And this does two things for you. It removes the stress of deciding how much to save every month, and it prevents you from spending that money because it's gone before you can even see it. Even if it is just $10 a week, start the habit and increase the amount later. And don't worry about the technical part. The brokers that I recommended in the description have the features to let you set up automated recurring deposits very easily. Once the money is in the account, what do you do with it? I have a specific strategy I use to actually buy my core stocks regularly without stressing out about timing. The best investing strategy, dollar cost averaging or DCA. If you take only one thing away from this video, please let it be this strategy. I didn't want to stress about buying too high or missing the best price to buy. I also didn't want to stare at stock charts all day, so I used a strategy called dollar cost averaging or DCA for short. What is DCA? It means investing the same amount of money into the same investment, like an ETF or stock, on the same schedule regardless of the price. Here's why DCA is the best beginner strategy. Consistency beats timing. Remember how I said time in the market beats timing the market? This is how you actually apply that. Instead of asking, is today a good day to buy or is the market too high? Just stick to the schedule. When prices are high, your fixed amount buys fewer shares. And when prices are low, when the market drops, your fixed amount buys more shares. Over time, the cost averages out and you end up buying more shares at lower prices without even trying. It takes the emotion out of the equation. The goal of investing is to buy low and sell high. But humans are emotional. When the market crashes, we get scared and want to sell, which is selling low. When the market is booming and we get FOMO and want to buy, we're buying high. That's literally the opposite of what you want to do. DCA forces you to be disciplined. It turns you into a robot. My brokerage app allows me to set this up on autopilot using their recurring buy feature. I choose the ETF I want, I select weekly or monthly, and I enter the amount. I don't even need to log in to place the trade. My wealth grows in the background while I'm sleeping, working, or traveling. If you're new to investing, setting up automation helps keep you on track, especially when life gets busy. This approach is like putting your financial growth on cruise control. If you want a detailed DCA tutorial, I can send you the link to watch it for free. Just comment the word DCA below. Now that we have the strategy, you might be wondering, Joyee, how much time does this actually take? When I first started, I was obsessed. I spent 5 hours a day researching, reading reports, and watching videos because I was terrified of making a mistake. And while that learning phase was important, my routine today is very different. I want to show you what a realistic, low-stress investing routine looks like once you are set up. Nowadays, I have adjusted to my routine to a stress-free automated process with financial stability. This is because the consistent habits and compounding effect paid off. I didn't get here by day trading or gambling on risky assets. You don't need X amount of money to start. You just need to start. As I mentioned earlier, very soon I am hosting a free masterclass for the first time ever after being asked by thousands of people for more specific advice on investing. It's going to be a 90-minute masterclass where I'm going to cover all of the fundamentals you need to know, so if you're interested, check the first link in the description to see if there's any seats available for you. I look forward to seeing you there and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions. See you in the next video.